What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is episode 27 of Track Talkers. The SMX finale finished up last weekend. Racing was over this weekend. Ty, how'd you feel, bro?
Dude, I felt like I didn't know what to do with my hands. I was like, it's Saturday. I woke up. There's no race day live. There's no racing to look forward to at night. And you're telling me I have to wait until January 11th, 2025 to see some competitive super motocross racing.
Yes. I mean, yes and no. We do have World Supercross, which we're going to cover.
Mm-hmm.
We also have MXoN coming up.
And we have OzX.
Which is what we're going to cover all this weekend. We have the OzX Open, which the Lawrence brothers are both going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited for World Supercross. You got Ken Roxon and Eli Tomac both going to be there. So that'll be fun to watch those guys. We have some really cool off-season races that Cooper Webb's going to show up, and I'm sure all these guys are going to kind of get rowdy, make a little bit of money in the off-season and kind of get going. We also have the Australian Supercross Series. So
yeah, absolutely. But like until we see everybody back together on the same gate, fighting for one championship, it's going to be January 11th. But we are going to make it entertaining throughout the offseason.
Yes, we are. And this episode 27, we're going to cover everything MXoN. We're going to go through the teams, who's on them, who we think is going to do well. We're going to talk about the track. We're going to talk about where to watch it at. We're going to talk about absolutely everything MXoN. So make sure you stay tuned. But first, something you guys just might not even know about Deuce is that I am also the color analyst for Monster Jam.
No way.
Yes way. And I have a partner in crime that I absolutely love that I wanted to get on the show because I don't even ever really talk about that. And he started out, dude, the guy we're about to talk to started out in Supercross as well.
Oh, really?
Let's get into it. He's a legend. Absolute legend. Scott Jordan, welcome to the show.
Dude, it's a pleasure. The shoe is on the other foot this time. I can't believe you've been on my show. I've had you on Inside Monster Jam, and now I get to be here finally with the dude that rocks the hell. And listen, you're telling everybody they might not know that you're doing this Monster Jam thing. I really think it's because you don't want people seeing you in the sweater vests on national television.
Dude, I like the sweater vest. Bro, you and Scotty, you and I both know when the analytics came in, our rate of women watching the show skyrocketed when I started wearing vests, bro. Sweater vests. Hey,
absolutely,
ask
you know
Scott, is that not true?
Yeah. That is very true. The numbers, you have that key demographic that advertisers are looking for, that 1835 demographic. But
hey, I mean,
there is a demo out there that really does the toy shopping for Monster Jam toys, and that's the moms, the soccer moms. And Adam, when you started wearing the sweaters on television, man, I mean, it showed in the numbers. There's definitely been an uptick since that happened.
I mean, Scott Jordan, maybe I think we're a little off on the age range. Maybe it's like 40 to 80. On the
bro, whatever,
vest.
bro. I've always liked a good MILF. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But hey, I wanted to tell you this, Scott. Okay, I wanted to tell you this, and okay, so I have good news and I got bad news for you, Scott. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the good news first. All right. Okay. So during this show, I have realized through the fans of this show, through my brother, that I talk over a lot of people.
Man, I would never ever guess that. You are the only broadcast partner I've had in 6 seasons that has just taken the play-by-play role right out of my mouth.
Okay.
One I've ever had. Everybody else, cuts off. They chime in, they cut off. When you get on a rant, bro, you just rock it. I respect that. I respect it. You gotta respect it. And And when he does that, Tyler, when he takes over the play-by-play, I rub it in by calling the replay. And that's not my job. But if he's going to take my job, I'm going to take his.
Hey, that's what you have to do. I've been doing it for 31-something years, all right? Ever since I was born, Adam's been trying to cut me off and just been talking over me. And I don't know if a lot of people know, I didn't even start talking until I was probably like 7 or 8 because Addie would say every word for me my whole life.
This is a real story.
Those are facts, okay?
Man.
Okay.
Yeah, well, now that's embedded in my brain now. Every time I start writing our opening, I'm going to think of you just getting your brother's words. I'm going to have to take that into consideration. I'm going to start writing 1-word bullet points for you.
Hey, I'll run with it. You know I will. But let's get to the bad news. Okay, so as a person that has a problem, I'm now self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
The bad news is I'm not really doing that great on fixing it so far. So I'm still working on it. I'm trying to get better by doing the podcast, Scott, but I haven't really gotten much better at it, maybe 1-2%. But I will tell you this, I'm working on it, my friend.
Well, listen, man, you're coming up on season 3 on Mav, and if you can't fix it by the end of season 3, man, you're just a lost cause, bro.
Lost cause. Let's get into a little bit of Scott Jordan, dude. So, how did you get into being a play-by-play for Monster Jam? You started out doing some reporter stuff, but you did some stuff in Supercross as well, right?
I did. I started with Monster Jam back I got hired in 2016 as a pit reporter. I just went to an open audition here in Orlando. I'd gone to Monster Jam as a kid. I was a bigger fan at the time of Supercross. I lived in Vegas for a while. I've been going to the Supercross championships for years. I'd seen them in Orlando as well, but they had an open audition, and I happened to know the casting director at the time. We had performed together at Disney when I was in college. And I just took a chance on it. Scott Douglas was there. And basically, I did a couple reads, and they turned on a race and said, go ahead and call that. And I got hired as a pit reporter, which as a pit reporter, man, your job is to talk about the trucks. And I didn't know anything about the trucks. So I'm like, okay. So they took Leslie Mears and made her take me into the shop. And Leslie is our third member of our broadcasting. She's our pit reporter for television. And they basically just said, hey, this is going to be, the new guy, and show him the ropes. So she took me in the garage and showed me a little bit. And then 2 weeks later, I was out at Angel Stadium in Anaheim, having to do this. And it was a tough go at first because most pit reporters in Monster Jam are female. So I had to earn respect of the, males in the pit area when I was doing this. And, it was a rough go at first. The first couple of weeks I was just learning. And then I just started to kind of develop a niche where I would kind of find ways to incorporate where we were at and make it relevant for the people that were there. So if we were at a baseball stadium in Marlins Park or something, I would grab a baseball out of the bullpen and I would talk about the similarities in velocity of throwing a baseball and how that compares to a monster truck landing. If we were at Levi Stadium, they have Levi Stadium, they have a roller coasters, a theme park out there in the parking lot. And I would talk about, G-force in the roller coaster and G-force in Monster Jam. And then there was an opportunity in 2019 to go over to Supercross. And I've been trying to get that since I got hired with Feld because I knew more about it. And I think somebody left and they needed a play-by-play guy up in the booth. Not the TV booth, but the live event. And I auditioned for that and got it. And that was the same year that we transitioned to NBC for our network. And they were looking for a new play-by-play voice for Monster Jam. So 2019, I traveled with Supercross, but I was also doing TV every Wednesday for Monster Jam. So I got to go back and forth. And it just kind of took off from there. So that was my story. My big story was I was a Vegas entertainer, moved back to Orlando, met my wife, and she got pregnant, and we had our first kid, and I needed a steady job, so I went to an audition, and here I am. They kept me around, and now I got you.
Hey, Hey, Scott Jordan, you almost had both NCAP boys, because if you would have went with Supercross in 2020, that was my first year of live announcing the show. Unfortunately got cut short of COVID, but I was part of that live announcing crew with 2020 and 2021.
Well, and I heard that, and when I originally heard that I was getting an NCAP with me, I thought it was you, because you were the one doing the announcement.
Yeah,
I thought it was you. And then they said, no, it's Adam. And I said, oh, well, he was a dick to me.
Straight up.
Oh shit.
No, man, I was excited. You and I hit it off right away, and I think I'd only honestly had one interaction with Adam in 2019. I was walking from the pit area with Dan Hubbard, and you just happened to be there, and he talked to you, and you said hi to me. I said hi to you, and that was it. I didn't have much time to really talk to anybody that year with Supercross, because I would fly in on Friday, and Saturday at 10 a.m. I was up in the booth, and I didn't leave the booth till 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get a chance to see too many people.
Yeah, they're long days at the Supercross event for sure.
Dude, you want to know my favorite fact about Scott Jordan?
What? Lay it on me.
Chippendales guy.
For real?
Bro did Chippendales.
Hell yes. Add that to the resume.
Let me add an asterisk before I get canceled. I was the singer and the MC of that show.
Hey, still.
Hey, bro, Chippendales is Chippendales. If you're a part of the crew, you're a part of it. It don't matter.
Well, listen, man, I went from making $10 an hour at Disney out of college to touring the world and making a good chunk of change for a 24-year-old kid, man. So I have no regrets. I stayed there for 11 years, moved to Vegas, bought a house, and I have no regrets from that, man. I got to travel to 41 different countries and sing all over the world, and it wasn't a bad way to spend my 20s.
Yeah, what are you talking about, bro? If I could be like XL Chippendale, I would do it right now.
So that's the Chunkendales, dude.
Chunkendales, let's go. That's so funny.
That's a different troop, yeah.
Okay, so let's what are we allowed to talk about as far as like what we're doing coming up these next 3
what's
weeks?
like the next season looking like?
No,
when does
we got cool stuff coming up, but I don't know what we're allowed to. I don't know what we're allowed to talk about.
We're allowed to talk about it. It was already announced. I wrote an article for MonsterJam.com that announced that you and I were taking over the live event. So obviously we're on television, and we have 3 shows on television on MAV TV. We're on Fast TV as well, but they've been doing these live streams every weekend where you can pretty much watch any Monster Jam event from anywhere in the world on YouTube. And now they're adding that to the Fast TV channels. And Marvel is coming to the U.S. for the first time. The 4 Marvel Monster Jam trucks are coming to the U.S. to Glendale this weekend, and they decided they wanted it to be a big broadcast deal. So Adam and I are going to call these 3-hour events live on YouTube. We're going to be on Fast TV, on Pluto, on Vizio. And the fact that, and when we had this first meeting to talk about it, I said, are we really going to give Adam a live mic for 3 hours? I'm not sure. There's no cost button.
Oh, shoot,
there's no post-production. Yeah.
Hey, Scott, I did hear through the grapevine that you are going to have a shut-off button for Adam's mic. So,
yes,
imagine if Scott had a mute button for me.
So we're filming on Wednesday. We got a busy day on Wednesday, doing 3 shows, and then all day Thursday and Friday they're going to basically get the studio ready, and there's a fail-safe in place for Adam in case he starts dropping F-bombs. So
perfect. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But dude, how cool is it? Like, do you know how much of a hero I'm gonna look like when I'm calling a live stream of Spider-Man and Thor and Iron Man to Little Deuce, bro?
Little Deuce is going to be amazed.
Like, that's a big deal. Marvel partnered with Monster Jam, and Scott Jordan and I are calling the live shows. I mean, that's
huge.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, this is what we've been waiting for. We got to do London last year when Marvel made its debut in London and came back, and that was pretty cool because Adam and I were in the studio and we were watching live feed from London. So we got to call it live. Now it was taped and broadcast later, but they're using that same production value. It's called Live View, and Adam and I will be in our studio, and we will be watching all the footage from Glendale on multiple cameras as if we were there in the broadcast booth, but we'll have our production team there. And it's just going to be awesome. And I can't wait to hear you call play-by-play on it, man.
Hell yeah.
Right? No, you didn't get that joke, did you? He said play-by-play. That's his job. Dude, what happens is like son of a digger, Adam Anderson or Ryan Anderson, he'll go into the corner and he'll make a mistake and he'll slide out. And then I'll get excited. And then it happens to be like 1 or 2 corners to go. And I just happen to call the rest of the race because I'm so excited. And then Scott calls the replay. And then I got Lee and Mark in the background looking at me with the evil eye like, Adam, stop talking, dude. Shut up.
and we get feedback sessions and we'll have production meetings, and I'll usually get some notes because we're still we're doing post-production on all these, and I'm doing different additional voiceover recordings, and I always get the note, Scott, please tell Adam to stop calling play-by-play.
It'll be that or Adam, please stop yelling. That's like the two constant notes that are there.
We can't match Adam's volume with Scott's volume.
No.
Do not stop yelling and stop talking so fucking much.
Listen, Adam has a hard job in racing because the races are so fast. They're like 20 seconds long, and so by the time they get off I'm supposed to call them off the starting line into the first corner, then Adam takes over for a split second, then I gotta call him to the final corner, then Adam steps in, and then I gotta call the finish. He has a very tough job in that because he doesn't get a whole lot of time, and he does get very animated, very excited, which is awesome, and sometimes it just translates all the way across the finish line. So it's okay. It's just all right. It's all right.
Yeah. And Scott has the hardest job, because not only does he have to take care of his kids at home, but he also has to manage the kid 7 Deuce Deuce the entire show to try to keep this under control so it doesn't spiral out and it's actually a show. So I do bring some energy, but the problem is I don't know how to – I'm getting better, but turning it on and then turning it off is very difficult.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. But you've grown, man, so much in the last 2 seasons, because first season 1, you worked with Leslie, it was you and Leslie and me and Bari, and we did different tours. So I wrote stuff for you, and I sat there, in a producer role and just listened to you. And then you and I finally got a chance to work together. And it's crazy because I was thinking about this the other day. The first show you and I got to call together was World Finals, which is unprecedented. That the first pairing of you and I was the biggest event of the year. And,
it was.
Yeah, dude. And I thought, that was Nashville, and I thought we killed it. It was qualifying, and then we did the parade, and then we did World Finals. That was the first time you and I ever worked together outside of a rehearsal or anything like that. So I thought we did great, man. And you've done so well just over the last couple of years, just learning the sport. And now when I listen to you, I know that I can pretty much hand you anything, and you're going to come back with a home run. So I my confidence in you is incredible. And I don't think there's anybody that's learned as much about the sport in so little time as you.
Hey, I really, really appreciate that, Scott. And I know this is like slightly a bromance right now, but like with Scott, it's just so easy when you have somebody who can read the teleprompter. He writes the scripts, does everything. Scott, Monster Jam inside and out. And like when you have somebody that is so good at carrying the show like Scott is, it makes it so easy to be me. You know what I mean? It's like literally somebody just lays out the entire show for you to just add your little tidbits to it when you want to and how you want to. You don't have to worry about carrying the show. You don't have to worry about, talking too much or not enough. It's just like one of those things where Scott is professional. He's
so
pro.
You're saying Scott is like Eli Tomac of the MXoN Nations team, and you are like Aaron Plessinger?
No, I'm probably worse. Like, let's put it this way. Like, if Eli Tomac could ride all 3 motos and then I was Adam Enticknap and all I had to do was finish, that would be like what happened. Because Scott just like, he writes everything. He writes what I'm supposed to say so I can decide like, hey, like, yes.
So you're the mechanic.
Yeah, 100%. All I'm doing is going like, okay, I know Supercross. I know what's going on with the trucks. I know the angles, but Scott's like, okay, this is where we're at. This is the commercial. This is what's coming up next. These are the guys. These are the trucks. These are all the people. Da 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 da. He knows. Scott Jordan knows more fucking facts than I've ever known in anybody in the entire world. Like Scott can you just ask him about anything and he just knows the fact. So play by play, you can have it for the rest of your life. I'm sorry I step on you. I'm sorry I step on you. I'm getting better.
Hey, listen, man, that's all right. And usually I'm the one with the pressure on me because, as you said, I have to kind of get us through all of it. But on Saturday, you get some pressure on you, my friend, because this is the first of 3. And I feel like the entire world's going to be watching and they're going to be critiquing, and everybody is going to want to see how we do on a live event calling it. And I think this is going to be the future of Monster Jam television. And it's up to you and I to show everybody why you and I should be a part of it. And,
I mean, but we did that. We did that at Nashville. Yeah. I think we've done it so many times in a row. You know, it was like we did together. We did it separately for the whole Monster Jam season, and then we got World Finals, and then we did so good together at World Finals that it was like, okay, yeah, let's get Adam and Scott together for the whole next year. Then we doubled down and did the whole season the next year plus double, and then we did the live stream at World Finals this year that I thought went fantastic, other than me thinking my mic got shut off one time. I was like, my mic got cut off. You could hear it in the thing, in the broadcast, because my headphones just went out. Like everything went out. So I was like, hey, check 1, 2. I don't have anything. And Mark's like, you're live. And I was like, oh shoot.
That was a rookie mistake right there.
But
I don't see your brother making that mistake.
No, never, not once.
Hey, the show is going on. And if it's not, you act like it.
Hey,
that's right.
That's pretty good, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And we won't have that issue coming up on Saturday because we're using our own stuff, and we'll have plenty of people there to make sure that you know that your mic is live for 3 straight hours. So we'll make sure. I'll put a sign in front of your face, dude. I'll put a little handkerchief inside your sweater pocket that says live mic.
It's a little easier though when we have like a controlled environment, you know, because what a lot of people don't know is, like, for instance, for Supercross, they bring in all their own trucks from the TV network. So they don't use anything from the stadium at all. Where Monster Jam, like when we're at World Finals, we use the equipment that the stadium has plus our equipment because we bring trucks as well for World Finals. But you're connecting to like their stuff and your stuff, and so you have to figure out the routing and all that stuff, and it's a lot of work to get that right. Where Peacock and Supercross, they bring in absolutely everything and they don't touch anything that's at the stadium. Yeah. You know, they don't touch the cameras at the stadium, they don't touch anything at all. So they have all their stuff, they know how it works, they know it's gonna work, yada yada yada, nothing's broken, it's absolutely perfect. Where we have a couple trucks and then we utilize some of the things at the stadiums for World Finals because we're not traveling doing every single solitary one. Where this week when we do the live shows for the Marvel introduction for in the States, you know, it's going to be in a environment that everything is ours. We know exactly how it's going to go. We're in control of all that stuff. So it'll be top tier.
So your guys' first show is this weekend?
Yep.
Yeah, Saturday.
Nice.
Saturday.
Angel Stadium or where?
Saturday.
No,
it's Glendale.
Yeah,
Glendale.
But we're going to be in Florida, though. We're going to be in Florida.
Oh, yes. Got you.
So we're going to be in Florida calling the live stream like we're there. Yeah. We have multiple cameras around us so we can see everything, like Scott said.
That's pretty cool that you guys can go to like a central location.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's nice because, as Adam said, now you can control the elements, and this is still fairly new to what we're doing. We've only really tried this I mean, they do the live stream on it every week, but they're using the live event announcers, the live event feeds. Now we have to literally have somebody communicating with the people in Glendale the entire event while somebody's communicating with Adam and I at the desk. So we're getting all of this footage in real time. And just trying to make sure that this, instead of it being a 3-hour live event, we're just looking at the arena or the stadium. Now it's a television broadcast. So now we're having sponsorship ads, we're having commercial breaks, and we're bringing what we do for 26 episodes on MAV TV. We did our NBC and Fox and all that. We're bringing that to this. So it's a new thing for everybody. And, being in a controlled environment with our equipment, our team, I think that's going to make everybody a lot more comfortable and a lot more confident to put out a good product.
Heck yeah. Cool. Well, Scott, we appreciate you being on Track Talkers, dude. It's so good to hear your voice. I'm so excited for this weekend to come and see you, hang out, call some live shows in the middle of the night. It should be totally rad.
No.
And till then, we appreciate it. Talk soon.
Okay. Heck yeah, man. Talk soon, bro. See you.
Heck yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, peace.
Hey, Jordan. Before you
Yes,
get off, you need to grab my number. If Addy gets out of line at any point, I can get him into shape, bro. I can shut him up.
Bro, I should just have you on FaceTime the entire broadcast just so you can be just like an inch away from him so you know what's going on. So we should just make that happen where we have a separate feed for just you to be on my phone watching him the whole time.
Absolutely. Okay. I 100% believe God put me on this earth so Addy wouldn't float away because his head gets so big sometimes.
I mean, those sweaters are already tight, man. I don't want to see anything happen. We need that. We need that demographic. We need that.
I'm going to put a picture of me in one of those sweaters so all the people can see what I'm talking about.
Oh, bro, I was just in there. Talking to Allison, our costume girl, and we were trying to figure out what to put you in, and I immediately grabbed the purple sweater. I was like,
this is the one. This is it.
Oh, because she wanted us kind of in Marvel colors, and I said, there you go, Black Panther, done.
Boom, let's go. Wakanda forever.
All right, guys.
Cool, Scott.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you talking. And my kids are asleep. I got a new episode of Hell's Kitchen rolled up. It's quiet here. I'm gonna get some relaxation in.
Heck yeah, I appreciate it, dude. It's really good to hear you. Thanks for coming on the show. We really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Heck yeah, sounds good.
All right, thanks.
Peace.
Damn, I didn't know Monster Jam was starting that soon.
Well, so it doesn't technically start that soon, but they're rolling out the Marvel partnership, which is pretty gnarly.
So yeah, but you guys are going to be doing the World Finals live broadcast.
Yeah,
on Saturday, but it's not going to get aired.
World Finals was in May. So World Finals is always in May. But these are like really special Marvel only events where it's like, because I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure, Marvel from here on out is going to be incorporated into Monster Jam. Where like last year, we did a London event around this time to test out Marvel, to see how it went overseas. So the States didn't really know about it. It was just like a test run.
Yeah.
It was pretty low key. And then this year they're bringing in the full Marvel lineup. They've added Spider-Man to it, and a few other trucks, plus the ones that were over in London. And now it's like a huge Marvel partnership that's getting announced. They're doing 3 in a row, and then next year there will be Marvel trucks.
Bro, you're gonna need to know one other Marvel truck other than your son's favorite one.
Dude, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor.
Are you sure?
Black Panther. Absolutely,
sure?
I'm sure.
100% sure?
100 million %
So there's going to be 4 trucks.
No, there's 5.
There's 5 trucks? What's the 5th one?
Thor.
You said Thor already.
Okay, Black Panther, Spider-Man.
Yep.
Iron Man.
Yep.
Thor.
And Captain America. Probably.
I would probably say Captain America.
I would say Captain America.
I mean, probably.
We should have that one. If it's not on there, we should add a 6th.
Yeah, straight up.
But speaking of Captain America, let's get down to the deets and what everybody's listening to the show for. MX of Nations. One, I need to figure out where to watch it.
Dude, not everybody's. I mean, yeah, that's true. But I think people will be stoked on the whole Monster Jam thing.
Oh, absolutely.
I think people don't really know that much about that I even do it.
You do a horrible job of promoting yourself and letting people know what is going on with 7 Deuce Deuce.
Okay, well, yeah. Now you guys know. Well, you have an idea. We'll talk about it more some other episode. But
I mean, I like seeing 7 Deuce Deuce's face on Instagram. The Alpenstar video that you just posted was pretty funny.
Dude, that was funny, right?
Yes.
That was good. Okay, I'm stoked on that. That was.
If you jump out on Saturday in a Spider-Man costume, I wouldn't be mad about it.
That would be sick if I called the show in like a Spider-Man outfit. Let's go. Cool. Yeah, let's talk MX and Nations. So,
it's Matterley.
Matterley Basin, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time we were there. Last time we were there was a full mud fest. Cole Seeley's shock broke both motos.
Can you name the other 2 riders?
Zach Osborne
and Thomas Covington.
Oh,
I would say that could have been the A squad for that time. Dude, and you know what's so crazy about that? That was only in 2017. I don't think any of those guys raced professionally. I don't think Thomas Covington's still in the MXGP class.
No, he's not. He's full on retired. I'm like 99%.
Zach Osborne's fully retired.
Yeah.
Cole Seeley's fully retired.
Yeah.
Like multiple years now.
Okay, so let's go through it really quick. Okay, so
our Team USA.
No, we're not starting there. We're starting with number 1. Okay, so last year's winners.
Yeah,
Team France.
We didn't.
No,
last year at Matterley.
No. Last year's MX of Nations, we did not win.
We didn't?
No, we got like 20-something. Okay,
really?
Last year's winner, Team France. Coming in first, second, and third. This wasn't the winners, but Team France won. Okay, so number 1, 2, and 3, the first team, Team France, Roman Fevre, Tom Vial, Maxim Renault. Okay.
This is last year?
Nope. This is coming into this year. So Team France won, but I don't know if last year's Team France that actually won.
Keep it simple. This is the MX of Nations team lineup
for this season.
This season's countries.
Yes, but to make it a little bit more complex, this is the way they finished last year, but that doesn't mean these were the riders that were on the team last year.
Addy, I think everybody's got it.
Okay, cool. Team France won. Roman Fevre, Tom Vial, Max from Renault is Team France this season. Team Australia looking strong. 4, 5, 6. Jet Lawrence, number 4. Kyle Webster, 5. Hunter Lawrence, 6.
Damn.
Lethal.
And if people don't really follow the MX Nations, Hunter Lawrence had a phenomenal ride on a 250 here at Matterley in the mud race in both motos.
Yep.
So
we're going to talk about that.
We might be jibing with the conditions here at Matterley.
Yes. Team Italy, I don't even know how to say half these guys.
Come on, give it your best shot. It might be some good comedy.
Mattia Goginini. I don't know, dude. Okay.
Andre pizzeria, dude.
Andre Adamo. Andre Bonacorsi. I'm sure I hacked all 3 of those guys' names. But I will say this. At the last MXGP, those guys, Matt and Andre Adamo, all did very good at the last MXGP, which was last weekend.
Yeah.
Like let's look
so
at
you're saying there's a chance.
There's a really good chance. That's a strong freaking team. Okay. So
bro, you need to speed this up.
Andre got 12th. And then I know I do need to speed this up, but this is all the stuff I feel like as an American, this is the stuff I never really knew when I went to watch
Hell
MXoN.
no, I don't give a I mean, no offense, okay? But I cared about what the USA is doing.
Okay.
What numbers are we running?
Let's get down to it. Okay, so after Team Australia is Team Italy, then Team Germany. Ken Roxon will be on that team.
Who's on Ken Roxon's team?
That's Simon. I think it's like 6:15 or 5:15. He's a badass. He got like 5th at the last MXGP. And then Max Nagel. He's a ripper.
Oh, yeah, he is a ripper.
Team Belgium will be after Team Germany. Team Switzerland with Sewer and Arnold Tonis. Both those dudes are fast. Team Spain, Jorge Prado. And a few other guys that I don't really know. And then Team USA, 22, 23, and 24.
Those are good numbers.
I mean, yeah, they're good numbers, but that we're 22, 23, 24. We struggled, bro.
We got Tomac.
We got Tomac. Bro, well, okay. Okay, so
I'm sorry, but Tomac is a goddamn living legend.
he is, I agree.
I want to know, do you have the stat on how many fucking MXoN Nations Tomac has lost when he's on the team?
No.
Probably not a lot.
Oh, man. I do wish it was like Eli Tomac and Chase Sexton. I do wish that, but it is what it is. So we got Eli Tomac, Cooper Webb, Aaron Plessinger. Who bench racing, who does the best out of those three guys? Do you think Coop does good on the MX2, or do you think he really struggles?
No, I honestly think Coop, I think this is probably one of the best things for Coop, is because obviously Coop didn't do a full season, right? Because of his thumb.
Yep.
And he gets on a 250F, so he kind of, I think, relieves some stress.
Can you let him know? Let him know Cooper Webb is riding a 250F. I know most of you guys know that, but go ahead. For the team. He is in the 250
If you don't know
class.
that, you're living under a rock.
Some people live under rocks, bro.
I mean, apparently. But I think Cooper Webb is going to have some energy, some newfound youth going into Matterley. If he could figure out some starts, I think it'd be a really good ride for Coop.
Dude, I think Coop does the best.
You know what I'm saying? Because Coop, I think, tries to finesse the 450, and I think the speed scares him a lot. I mean, not scares him, but like, let's just say we all know that he's not a Tomac, where he revs out
grabs
handfuls on the 450.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
But on the 250, he knows how to ride that 250, and he's got to grab handfuls.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be as fast as the Yamaha 450 that's a goddamn rocket ship. We all know that thing's a rocket ship.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
so,
I rode, obviously I rode Pops's because he bought one.
Yep.
Just out of the box, it is crazy how fast that thing goes.
Yes.
But my thing is, bro, I know this could be outlandish.
Uh-huh.
I think Coop does the best out of all of them. And I think their Star Yamaha 250 is better than their 450.
Oh, I guess not bad.
I really think that Cooper Webb is going to go out and show everybody how good a Star Yamaha 250 is. I don't think that 450 Star Yamaha is as good as their 250. I think Cooper Webb's going to go faster on the 250 than he would on the 450.
I mean, very well could be. Okay, if YouTube, you guys just saw my face, it's because I was looking up the weather report for Matterley Basin this week. And
not good.
I mean, it's not bad. Okay? It's definitely not fucked.
That's
okay?
good.
We have some sort of chance, but on Saturday we have basically a 20% chance all the way until 7 p.m. on Saturday, and then it turns into a 50% chance of rain, and then Sunday all day or all morning from 4 a.m. till 9 a.m. is a 60% chance, and then it just kind of fades off. So
it's going to rain.
It's going to rain, all right? How bad, how much,
well,
I don't know. But hopefully we can get some good starts. That means freaking Eli Tomac is going to be on the paddle that we know and love.
Aaron Plessinger likes the mud.
Aaron Plessinger likes the mud. And if you guys haven't seen video on Matterley Basin, I would say it's kind of a Unadilla Thunder Valley hybrid kind of mix. There's some tight sections, there's some peaky jumps, there's some rhythm sections, but there's a lot of off cambers and a lot of natural terrain. But it has like this black, sticky dirt with some rocks in it, just like Unadilla.
But it kind of gets a little bit hard packed.
In some shiny areas, kind of like
Colorado.
Where it has a really hard base.
Yeah, where Unadilla, I feel like Unadilla's
doesn't have a base.
No, it just
usually doesn't have a base, depending on how they prep it and
goes
how
deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
But so we'll see what happens. But I think this is going to be one of the first years I actually try to, I don't know, shark maybe an MXGP moto here or there and watch the moto start to finish.
Yeah, I think I will too. You know, like most of the time I just watch live timing because I feel like it's such a pain in the ass to figure out how to watch.
And I'm not going to I'm not going to pay for one race.
What? Why not?
I'm not going to
I'll give you my login. I'm paying.
For the MXGP package?
If I have to watch MX Nations, yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of cheap.
How much is it?
I have no idea.
Dude, I don't think it's that much. I'm paying for it, bro.
I just don't know
why.
Dude,
write it off on the Track Talkers.
Bro, why why can't we all just get along and everybody go on Peacock?
Because it ain't going to work like that. That's
Oz
5
Open,
years away.
MX Nations, freaking World Supercross, all on Peacock. Come on.
That's 5 years away. 10 years maybe even. Either way, my big question is, does Max Anstey light up the world?
Dude, so last time he was there, he won.
Well, duh.
What do you mean, duh?
If you were living under a rock, if you were living under a rock, you wouldn't know that.
Bro, okay, no. Because even if people didn't live under a rock, they would not know that Max Anstey won a moto.
Comment below and just be like, yes, I know Max Anstey won, or no, I had no idea. Bet you there's more comments that say yes.
What do you want to bet, bro? You already owe me $60 from the Levi Kitchen Thai Master Pool bet from Outdoors, bro. So how much more you want to get in the hole?
I mean, shit, dude. When you put it like that, maybe I am buying your MXGP package for MXoN.
Straight up.
But yeah, does Max do as well?
It would be sick. I was gonna say no because
does Max do as well?
I was gonna say no because he's on a 250, but my catalyst to that would be it would be so sick to see a 250 rider win in the MX in the open classes, like a 250 beat the 450s.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is he gonna win?
No.
So you don't think he has a chance with the rain, with being in his home country? No shot.
The harsh Tyler Eticknap and the realist, I love you, Max, but no.
I think he wins a moto.
Because this is why. Max, your starts have been trash. Okay. And now you're lining up. Now you're lining up not only against 250s, but you're also lining up against 450s. And I think Europeans are actually better starters than Americans.
Okay. I think Max wins a moto. But here's...
What do you want to bet?
Nothing.
Put your money where your mouth is, dude.
I can't be in the hole. Here's the underdog, not underdog. Okay?
That makes a lot of sense.
It will in a second. 52, 53, 54. Team Netherlands.
Those are the numbers.
Team Netherlands. That means they're ways down there. Jeffrey Hurlings, K. DeWolf, which is that new badass kid on the Husky.
Yes, I know.
And Glenn Koldenoff.
I mean, that is definitely a
That's
sleeper.
Lethal.
If Hurlings that's on his shit.
But Hurlings did lose to Prado and Geyser in the past MXGP this last weekend.
Geyser is on like a Slovenia team, right?
Yes.
And he's like the only good one.
I don't think he's the only good one, but he's the only one that could win or be close to winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like he's got to go 1-1, and then his teammates got to go like 15-15 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like Tim Geyser, Jaka Pekla, and John Penkar. Never heard of
you need
him.
to put some accent on those, dude.
Dude, okay. You tell me what a Slovenian accent is, and I'll add it to it. Like, you just...
I mean, if someone
give me the Slovenian accent.
If someone could come up with it, it's you.
I mean, it's true. I should have been more prepared before this. Okay, look at last MXGP in Circuito Motor Ranch in Madrid.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. Jorge Prado, 1-4. Tim Geyser, 2-3. Jeffrey Hurlings, 6-1. Roman Fevre, 4-2, which Roman is part of the winning team from last year.
Got it.
He went 4-2, which is a solid result.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jorge Prado won. So he's obviously solid. Jeffrey Hurlings, 6-1, solid. Yep. You know, not the Jeffrey Hurlings he once was, but solid. Another thing that was weird, and this is just off topic for MXoN Nations, but dude, I was looking at the results because I was like, okay, I got to get prepared for this episode or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was looking at the results. 26 riders in the MXGP class, the big class.
Yep.
26
for
on the
the last round of the MXGP.
No, the last few rounds. I was going back.
Yes, but the last rounds of the MXGP championship.
Yes, MXGP championship. And in the lights class, there was 22.
Well, bro, I mean, honestly, you want to hear my take on MXGP, bro? Fuck MXGP.
Tell them, baby.
Bro, this is what happens when you are paying to race and then you don't pay a purse.
Yeah, and like, okay, Jace, I love you, okay? Had
Who's
a fantastic time on Gypsy Tales.
Oh, Gypsy Tales.
Okay, but this pay to play and everybody's team is factory, that's what happens.
Well, it's not even every team is factory, right? It's
no,
just,
every team, it's all teams. There's no privateers. You have to be on a team to race.
Yes, Adam, but look at where I was getting with that is as a privateer, I don't think you could come up with the funding to follow the MXGP class to country to country to country as a privateer.
You pay the team.
Yes.
No, that's what I mean, though. You pay the team. You pay, like those back guys, I'm 99% sure, are paying for their spot.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
I mean, what would it look like in America if there's 22 guys on the outdoor gate?
It would look trash.
I mean, I guess it would just depend if you had...
You just had to zoom in a little bit tighter.
Well, if you had 40 gates as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. But I can tell you this, when there's only... It looks really... I mean... We've all seen it, and nobody likes it. But we all have seen those LCQs when there's like, 8 250s on the line on the West Coast with a few rounds to go, and
it's more East Coast, but whatever.
Well, East Coast, West Coast, whatever. We've seen it both. Yeah. Or when we used to go up to Toronto, it used to be super light because people couldn't get across the border.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. What's your predictions as far as like how we do, who do you think's gonna win?
Oh,
like,
I thought you were gonna
course,
go be like the future of MXGP. Hopefully they fucking pay their riders like at World Supercross does, or not World Supercross, SMX.
But like, we're getting back to MX Nations, but it's just like, how do you really think that our team is gonna do? It's so hard over there because the other thing.
What do you mean? We're gonna fucking win. You know why? Because we're the USA, dude.
Okay. Hold on. I want to see if we'll really win. This is my rebuttal, okay? This is how I really think of stuff, and I put it in my mind, and this is how I try to make a true-to-self decision, okay?
Way to overanalyze it.
If I handed you $1 million cash right here.
Yep.
And I said, Ty, if you tell me which team is going to win the MX Nations, you get to keep this $1 million. But if you get it wrong, you lose the $1 million. Who would you put that $1 million on?
Australia.
There we go. Now the truth comes out.
But if there was an over-under on how many motos Eli Tomac would win, I would put that $1 million on at least one.
Okay.
And that's a good spot.
Yeah. I will go with that. I just think that realistically, it's going to be tough. Those guys over there in MXGP, they've ridden that track a bajillion times. It's like when they come over here to Redbud, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like their second time riding Redbud in their life. And we've just ridden Redbud our entire careers.
Yeah, but that's the tough part though, is like when we have an MX Nations in the States, everybody of MX Nations gate gets literally the best of the best of the best. Okay? Like, if we had, let's just say we had Budds Creek on any other year, we would have Chase Sexton, Eli Tomac, and fucking Deacon. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Bro, Deacon's going to win the Open and the MX2 class. Fucking Chase is going to get second behind Deacon. And then the MX1.
You heard it here first.
And then the MX1 Open class, Chase and freaking Tomac are going to be 30 seconds out in front. With Jet tailing behind.
Hell yeah. I like that prediction, bro. I like that a lot. Yeah, I agree too. You know, it's
don't give me a fan. I mean, Cooper Webb's going to be really good.
Webb's going to be good.
And Aaron Plessinger's going to be really good because there's something to be said about he wants to be there. He fucking loves the USA. And Tomac.
And he's got a little redemption.
Yes. And Tomac seems to be hitting a little bit of a stride on the Super Motocross last round. And he's looking good. He almost beat Jet twice. So.
Yeah. I mean, the way that I'm looking at it is we have a realistic chance to do well.
Yes.
Like, we actually could win in Matterley, not on home turf. Like, we could do it.
Yes. We definitely have a good effort.
Where, like, Thomas Covington, Zach Osborne, Cole Seeley, it was going to be a tough week.
And a lot of rain. I mean,
like, we know Cole Seeley is our Supercross boy. You know what I mean? And then you throw rain and you put him in Great Britain. Bro, and you break his shock both motos.
Yeah, that ain't.
I think Cole Seeley turned his shock up a bunch and made it break.
Wow.
I know he would never do that, but
it was just a tough circumstance.
Yeah. He was glad he had an excuse. Let's put it that way.
I mean, dude, I give it up to the Europeans, bro. They'll wax our ass in some weather. I mean, the Europeans even win over here in the mud races.
Yeah.
I mean, Max won what, last year in the mud?
Yeah, at New York.
Yeah,
New Jersey,
New York,
whatever.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
And like anything gnarly, you always think of like, oh, the Europeans are gonna have a hand up.
Yeah. And dude, when we were watching the YouTube of Matterley and you just look at how sticky that mud was. I mean, it just looks like literally like that, those sticky hands. It looks like that was the dirt, you know, where it just like weighs on you and you're just like, oh, you're just so not ready for it.
Yeah. And literally all of our guys just got done racing super motocross for the last month.
In Texas and Vegas.
Yeah, where it's 104 degrees. And now they're about to go to Matterley where it's going to be overcast and drizzling the whole time they're there in deep ruts. So
they went from the hardest packed track they've ever ridden in their entire lives.
Yeah. Back to back to the ruttiest, stickiest stuff that they have ever seen.
It's going to be tough. But we could do it. We have the team to do it.
Hell yeah, we have the team to do it.
No, we have the team. I really, truly believe that.
We have the team.
We have an opportunity.
We have the team.
We have the team.
We have the team.
But yeah, I don't know. Australia is going to be hard to beat. The Netherlands is going to be.
What's Britain's team?
Britain's team, obviously Max.
And then
probably
is
some
Dean
more
Wilson on there?
Probably some more names I can't say.
You've hung out with Max enough. You give me a little Great Britain accent.
Bro, our last name is like full British, bro.
Intignap.
It's like full on. Okay, Great Britain. Oh, Tommy Searle, which
Dude, he's old.
Yeah, Tommy's been around the block, and he did not do good last time he was at Matterley. He was like the one that effed it up for Great Britain.
I wouldn't say that, but...
He did. He got 15.
What's the third one? So it's Tommy Searle?
Dude, Max Anstey went 1-1 in his motos. Mm-hmm. Okay? Dean Wilson got a 7th, which his score counted, and Tommy Searle went 15-35.
Ooh, and they dropped the 35.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay? So... yeah, Tommy Searle.
Okay, what's the third guy?
Conrad Muse.
I don't know who he is.
Which I've heard of him. He's decent. Probably not the greatest, but can ride.
Got it. So what is, can you, when you're Googling shit, tell me Matterley Basin's time difference. So, if you guys haven't watched MX Nations before, it's a little confusing, but if you figure out actually how to watch it, maybe a lot of people do watch it. Maybe I'm the outlier of not watching a lot of it. But we have a qualifying race on Saturday, and that is one 30-minute moto that considers your gate pick and your qualifying race into the competition motos and to be able to win the championship of the MX Nations. So that's going to be on Saturday.
It's plus 8 hours from right now. So right now it's 8 o'clock here. It's 4:05 a.m. there.
Oh, okay. So at least it'll be nighttime.
No, it'll be in the middle of the night. It'll be totally jacked up. Be like 4 a.m.
Got it. So I'll be watching the highlights.
Probably. Or a rerun.
But,
so don't look at your Instagram.
But what is unique about the MXGP is they do the qualifying right on Saturday?
Yes. So the qualifying race is prior, and then that allocates if you're in the A main or the B
but I'm
main.
just trying to figure out the whole schedule. Like, so do we have practice on Saturday?
MX.
I believe we have practice on Saturday. Qualifying race Saturday afternoon. They leave the track. They don't ever prep it. They don't prep the track. And then we wake up in the morning and race Saturday or Sunday.
Friday, an introductory parade to introduce the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday's qualifying rounds. Sunday, final rounds. So I'm assuming Saturday is also practice, and then there's a race in the afternoon.
Yeah. Qualifying race.
Yes, which is different than what we do. It's not timed qualifying. It's just a straight qualifying race.
Mm-hmm.
So October 4th through the 6th is the event. Friday is just parades for the teams. Saturday's qualifying rounds. Sunday is when everything is decided. And the qualifying rounds do tell you, like, for instance, Canada is one of the teams that I've seen in the A main and the B main.
Mm-hmm.
There will be teams that don't get to compete for, like, the number one spot.
Yeah, because we have 40 spots on a gate.
Yes. So they'll be in the B main, which is kind of weird. But, yeah, that's how it works.
And then Sunday, they don't prep the track. They just water it, but probably they'll just get rained on. And then the next morning, they're going to have to race on a track that's been sitting all night long.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay,
I wish
so
they would add a little bit of sand at night to make it a little bit better racetrack, but I don't think.
yeah, they don't. That's not MXGP
I don't think
style.
MXGP wants to spend the money on the sand to get a better racetrack.
They prep it completely different than what we do in the States. They do not rip it super deep most of the time. They just kind of throw some dirt over the top and call it good.
I wouldn't say that, but because they get some deep ass ruts because it's so wet over there.
And it's, I mean, Great Britain's going to be just moist, period.
Moist.
Because it's Great Britain and it's always foggy and rainy and da-da-da-da-da. I'm trying to look up. I am looking it up right now, but it's on MXGPTV.com is where you're going to watch MX Nations.
I'm just going to search it and find it on YouTube.
Do you think it'll be live on YouTube?
I mean, someone will have it.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it, right?
I think so. Do we have any guests for next week that we can get hyped on?
we can, who do you want? You want Joe Shimoda, you want Julian Beaumer. Both those guys want to be on the show, said they would be on the show.
Let's go Juju Beaumer.
Dude, I kind of want to try to get
Joe?
It would be nice, to get somebody
From the
I want to
team?
try to get AP for next week.
That'd be sick.
Would that be, you know what I mean?
That'd
like,
be cool.
To get a recap, or you know what? Maybe I might I'm going to try to get somebody that goes over there.
That would be good because I don't know. We could probably get them because we do our show Monday night, so
It'd be tough.
it'd be tough.
I don't
They're going to
think
be on like a flight, or they're just going to be getting
if we
off.
can get AP, we'll postpone it a day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We'll get them for Tuesday and da-da-da-da. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We'll just go from there. But yeah, MXGP-TV.com is where you're going to watch MX Nations. We gave you the teams. We let you guys know what's going on. Go America.
Hopefully they can pull out the dub.
It's going to be, realistically, it's going to be tough.
Yes.
I think France, obviously, coming in as the top dog, is going to be a solid team. Team Netherlands is going to be solid. It all really just depends on where qualifying goes.
Yes, because qualifying is huge because that determines your gate pick through the rest of the day.
Yes.
So.
Cool. Well.
I'll be watching.
I will be too. Well, actually, will you? Or are you just going to use my sign-in or what?
I'm going to definitely use your sign-in.
Cool. All right,
if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post the sign-in for everybody.
Cool. We got some sponsors. Dirt Tricks Sprockets. 300 to 500 hours.
No way.
Made in the United States of America.
Just like the MXM Nations team.
Let's go. Yep, Eli Tomac, his parents did make love in the United States of America, and he was born here. You are right. Just like Dirt Trick Sprockets.
Just like Dirt Trick Sprockets.
No lean suspension. Bro, do you want your suspension right? Do you want it to actually feel like somebody did your suspension instead of just threw some springs in there and said, yeah, I revalved it? Go to Clark.
Do you want to be able to jump the jumps or case a jump and still survive, go to No Lean.
NoLeanJ6.com. Hit up Clark. I got the phone number. It's probably going to be down here on the bottom of the screen on this side. Hit him up. Be like you're floating on baby ducks. Okay?
Yes.
Cool. That's episode 27.
Yep.
Love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends. We're going to try to get somebody from MXoN Nations next week. If we don't, I think we should have Juju Bomer. Maybe talk about his jet ski deal.
There we go.
We'll see. Cool. Thanks for listening, guys. Peace.